I got sent home early yesterday. I got sent home early today by the same person. I'm telling you, she's a bully. This isn't funny. She needs to understand that just because she's a mother and got children doesn't mean that she can come in the store, disrespecting people, talking to them like everybody's beneath her. She has no respect. And it isn't funny at all. Like, seriously, man, I got to take care of. And she keeps sending me home early. It's not funny. She's playing games. And then all day, throughout the day, she keeps sending her little racial shit. And then throughout the day, she keeps on, like, putting negative energy in the air, talking about people, gossiping about people. It's not funny, man. Gonna have to stop. She's a bully. I'm telling you. She's a bully. She brings a lot of negative energy in there. She always panic when there's a lot going on, and then she try to manipulate that and make it seem like we ain't doing something right, but we are working really hard and doing great. It's just the fact that she panicked, and I caught her a few times making a mistake, and she tried to hurry up and play it off. Nobody's perfect. It's God, it happens. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes, like, somebody might get confused. So it gets busy, yeah. But she needs to stop playing like she don't be making mistakes. I be catching her. So all that animosity and that she keep putting in the air and stuff, then trying to tell me I'm always snapping on people. No, that's false. No, I don't snap on people. I don't go in there doing that. I tell her, no, I make peace. That's what I'm doing. I've been creating peace. So all that negative energy that she's bringing in there and trying to manipulate it, no, that's going to stop. All that negative she's saying about, her personal life, all of that. No, she's bringing all of that in there and then playing games saying she want to take her belt off and beat somebody. Y'all act like my kids in here. No, we ain't your kids. Respect us. Stop talking to us like that. That is crazy. I'm telling you. But to get sent home 2 days in a row, man, and I came in on my off day to make up my time, and she still sends me home early, it's not funny. Somebody will have to do something about that. It's not funny. It's not fair. It isn't funny at all. So, she could keep being a bully if she wants to, but that is going to catch up to her. Because it ain't funny at all. It ain't. Then one day she coming in there talking about some, yeah, I broke my door in half and I had to pull my gun out on my kids since this and that. Well, telling us that, like, the you telling us you pulled a gun out on your kids for? You sound like a psychopath. That's what I wanted to tell her. She was talking about some, she blacked out. I'm like, yeah, you must have had blacked out if you pulled the gun out on your kids. Like, I'm like, what the you telling me this for? Like, she thinks she's like trying to make it seem like that she big dog or something. What the about you telling me about you pulling the gun out on a kid? I don't like that doesn't scare me. You know what I mean? That doesn't scare me. If she thought she was trying to intimidate me, that didn't intimidate me at all. I don't give a about her telling me about what the she did. And maybe that's why they always fighting her to defend themselves. They probably felt like their life was threatened. The out of here with that.
And more breaking news this morning. Violence breaks out at a local McDonald's where police say an argument between co-workers led to one of them being stabbed to death.
Fox News' Camille Leary, she just got an update from East Point Police a short time ago. Camille joins us live now. Camille, what have you learned?
Yeah, this is an absolutely horrific story. We just got briefed from East Point Police, and then we headed down here, which is about a mile down the road here at the 9 Mile McDonald's. So I want you to take a look at some video. We're going to talk about what happened. So let's rewind the clock back to about 8 o'clock. Actually, prior to that, there was a dispute. Police say there was a dispute between two employees. One employee leaves, a verbal altercation. One employee leaves, comes back, and then proceeds, this is according to police, proceeds to stab that employee, that fellow employee that they had a dispute with in the area of the drive-through inside where the employees work. Well, then this is where things take a twist. A customer in the car going through the drive-through sees this, witnesses this. He takes a gun, this according to police, shoots it up in the air, and then realizes exactly what's happening, trying to stop this stabbing from happening. And then he actually chases the suspect, runs away, and then he chases that suspect, holds that suspect at gunpoint until police get there. Now, we did talk to some witnesses, and we're going to hear from them in a minute, but I do want to report that we have confirmed from police that the victim is deceased, a woman in her 30s, and the suspect is in custody, a 26-year-old woman. But let's listen to what that one witness had to say.
She left for 5 minutes. She came back with a mask on her face and only thing I seen was her hands. That's how I knew it was her. And she started stabbing her, and I ran for help, and basically asking everybody like help or whatever. I tried to stop her. It was no stopping her. She stabbed her everywhere.
Absolutely horrible story. Now, police are crediting that customer who was in the drive-thru. He had a CPL. He was registered, could carry a gun legally. They said if it wasn't for him, if he wouldn't have shot that warning shot and gotten out of his car and ran after the suspect, that police believe that the suspect would still be out there right now. So just a horrible set of circumstances. Of course, we're going to stay on top of this and bring you the latest information as soon as we get it. Reporting live in East Point, Camille and Mary, Fox 2 News.
Top story at 5. We're getting our first look at the woman now formally charged with stabbing a McDonald's manager to death.
Yes, this is her mugshot right here. Afeni Muhammad faces 1 count of first-degree murder in the death of Jennifer Harris, a mother of 6 children. Here she is with her children posing for that photo. Lauren Kostick was at Muhammad's arraignment today. She joins us now live with what happened in court. And Lauren, a lot more information is coming out today about the suspect.
Ty, that is right. And more than 24 hours later, the police tape is now gone. But this McDonald's here on 9 Mile is still closed. And tonight, we're also learning more about the suspect, including videos she posted to her Instagram just days before this fatal stabbing.
Previous court is not in session. I'm Kathleen Gaines presiding.
Inside 38th District Court.
Ma'am, do you understand the nature of the charges against you to your satisfaction after talking to your attorney?
Yes. 26-year-old Afeni Muhammad appeared over Zoom from jail, now charged with first-degree murder and given a $25 million bond. She is accused of stabbing her manager, Jennifer Harris, at an East Point McDonald's off 9 Mile. Police say Muhammad was sent home early, but returned with a knife.
When Muhammad returned to stab Harris, she entered the back entrance with a hooded mask over her face in an attempt to conceal her identity.
She stabbed the victim multiple times, up to possibly as many as 15 times.
However, the defense argues there's more to the case.
My client is extremely anxious to have those facts brought to light during the pendency of this case.
And according to the suspect's social media, she wasn't shy about her feelings towards the victim, saying this just 2 days before.
I got sent home early yesterday. I got sent home early today by the same person. I'm telling you, she's a bully. This isn't funny. She could keep being a bully if she wants to, but that is going to catch up to her. Because it ain't funny at all.
In the meantime, the family of Jennifer Harris heartbroken, saying the single mom of 6 was selfless and hardworking.
She was the best mom anybody could ever ask for. My mama, she woke up every day and went to work for us. My mama died trying to take care of us.
And we also learned about a previous conviction for Muhammad out of Virginia. That charge also connected to a stabbing. Live tonight in East Point, Lauren Kostick, Local 4.
The more details that come out, the more horrified we are at how this all unfolded. Lauren.
All right, so when y'all wonder why you can't get no job when you have a felony, back in the day it used to be like that. When y'all wonder why when you come in your job with crazy hair, all types of crazy piercings, you got an edge on you, you know, you're a militant activist and they don't want to hire you. Now you know why. Our society has significantly relaxed the vetting process when it comes to hiring. And every day almost, we are being reminded why, though the vetting process for hiring was put in place initially. You have people out here who have a history. They have a past. You don't know them. They could be from another state. They could be from another county. They could be from another city. They could be from another neighborhood. And they might just be functional enough to fool everybody into believing that they're a mentally stable person until the day comes when they snap. We live in a society where people are daily being told that they are victims. We live in a society where people are daily being programmed to believe that anything is justifiable as long as they feel like they are being wronged or taken advantage of. And the worst part about it is these people no longer have the precedent or the fear of law enforcement that they once did. When people are looking at murderers getting out of jail in 2 years, when people are looking at murderers being released from jail in 5 years, it does not instill in them a healthy fear of breaking the law or committing heinous crimes. Afeni Muhammad had a criminal record involving stabbing someone. She was hired at the local McDonald's. I believe the lady's name was Sharon Williams. Let me get her name right. I should have wrote that down. She was hired at the local McDonald's by this woman who was a manager who had been working at that McDonald's for 20 years. Do you think that woman knew that she was hiring a bloodthirsty murderer? Do you think that woman knew just by meeting Afeni Muhammad that she was hiring somebody who had the potential to stab her 15 times and kill her in cold blood over being sent home because she wasn't performing the duties of her job? Her name was Jennifer Harris. Sorry. Do you think that this woman knew that? This woman was doing respectable, dignified work. From what I've read, she was working at that McDonald's for 20 years. 20 years. She's only 39 years old. She's been working there since she was about 19 years old. Maybe not the most well-read woman, maybe not the most educated woman, but every single day she woke up to do dignified work and take care of her, not one, not two, not three, not four, not five, but 6 children on a McDonald's salary. She's seen people come, she's seen people go. But do you think that when she looked in the eyes of another black woman who probably every other day of the week was in there sister girling and whooping and neck swinging right along with her, do you think she thought that that would be the person who would eventually take her life? Guys, the vetting process for hiring is there for a reason. But because we live in a society where no one wants to work, it only makes sense that companies have had to relax their vetting process so that they can actually find people who are willing to work. I mean, we live in a world now where people who once could never get, who were unhireable, are now able to claim very well paying jobs fresh out of prison. Just like Sticks and Stones is saying, Afeni Muhammad met this woman's children. Do you understand? This was not someone who, after working there for a little while, was just a total stranger to this woman or her children. But the deep, dark secret that she was hiding is that she was mentally unhinged. The deep, dark secret that was hiding behind her eyes was that she was a person, or she is a person, who is capable of taking someone's life over the smallest infraction. The thing that stands out to me the most about this situation is that Afeni feels like she's the victim. She was sent home several times for failing to do her work duties. Now, look, girl, you're working in a McDonald's that probably didn't even give you a background check. Clearly, they need you there to work. Do you really think that Harris, do you really think that Jennifer Harris was coming to work every day to pick on her just to send her home? Girl, you crazy. You got the victim mindset. So I know it didn't take much for you to show up, get mad over something, and then decide that you were going to spend the rest of your shift walking around on autopilot, finding a way to do as little work as possible while still getting paid on Friday. I could just tell by the victim mindset she displayed in the video she made prior to stabbing her boss. I could tell she went to work looking for a reason to be offended so she wouldn't have to do anything. And Jennifer probably recognized that, being a 20-year vet at the McDonald's, because if you see a black person as a manager at a fast food place, you know they've been there at least a decade. You think she's not capable or able to recognize someone who's showing up but trying to look for a reason not to work? You got sent home. But instead of quitting or going to find another job, you chose to take someone's life in a premeditated fashion. She went to the park after getting sent home. She sat there for a while. She put on a mask, guys, went back in the job, too stupid to cover her hands. Everyone knew it was her, and went in there and proceeded to stab her boss to death. That's premeditated murder. She will spend the rest of her life in jail. And you know what she'll do as she sits up in that damn job, up in that cell? She'll say, well, she was a bully. If she's a bully, Afeni, what are you? Murderer. But we live in a society where people think someone telling them something they don't want to hear is bullying, and that they are totally justified in going to take that person's life. Did she put her hands on you? Did she insult you and degrade you? Because it sounds to me like if she was doing or bullying like Afeni felt she was, girl, why you didn't go get a lawsuit and walk away with a bag full of cash? So you would have never had to work another day in your life. No, guys. For those of you who may be looking to try to take her side or sympathize with her, nah, y'all. If she was getting bullied and mistreated at work, there are laws against that. There's a legal process to take care of that, where an employee could defend themselves from workplace harassment. You know how we all know? Because by law, all the resources to report being mistreated at work are posted in every break room of every job in America. And if it's not posted, your job is subject to fines. Understand that. She'll probably be okay in jail because jail is a rest haven for crazy mofos. She'll be in there eating tacos, and I don't mean the Mexican kind, and just being crazy, braiding people hair and crazy stuff. You know, stuff crazy people do. You'll be up in there looking like orange is the new black. But meanwhile, Jennifer Harris's 6 children no longer have a mother. I mean, we could say a lot of things about women. We could say a lot of things about black women. But damn it, this was one of the good ones. She wasn't on welfare, living off the system. I don't think, because I think McDonald's managers get paid pretty good. She wasn't on the Section 8. Maybe she was, but at least she was working, taking care of her responsibility. J-Bone, I'm saying the same thing. Where was the damn daddies at? Right. But she was doing the best she could with what she had. She wasn't looking at McDonald's the way most people look at it, like, I never worked there. She wasn't looking down on it. She was doing dignified, honorable work and had her life cut short by some deranged lunatic who should have probably been placed in a mental institution years ago. Understand that. But when I was listening to this story, what compelled me to do a live on this was it really reminded me of a situation at No Jumper. It really reminded me of a recent situation that took place between King Pill and Adam22. And not just Adam22, but it reminded me of a situation that took place also between King Pill and young Aunt Hefe. Because the way King Pill behaved himself after the No Jumper show ended, over that $200 that he got, literally, he received literally while he was acting a fool over it. Prior to that, King Pill was getting into it with young Hefe, or there was the potential for King Pill to get into it with young Hefe. And the way that woman was ranting in that car, did it not remind you of the video that King Pill made following the incident he had with Adam22 over his $200? He went to social media, took no accountability whatsoever, didn't apologize or say, you know, I was wrong, I was tripping. I'm not talking about a text, because it's one thing to do something in a text when you didn't show your ass in real time, right? If you show your ass in real time, you need to apologize in real time. You can't show your ass in real time and then go and say, oh man, I'm sorry, via text. It just ain't the same. But in his rant against Adam, calling him, you know, F slurs, and all this different stuff, notice he took no accountability. And it really made me think, like, this dude looks at himself as a victim. All that crap he talks, all that tough guy shit he does, you know, his whole act, deep down inside, this man is just a hurt little boy who sees himself as a victim of what I don't know. Oh, 100% almighty suspect, same mindset. I'm going to tell you, there are many people involved in the gang life who look at themselves like victims. Why do you think they're so quickly can connect themselves or attach themselves to like any bullshit cause that comes up? Black Lives Matter, the ICE stuff, all that. They're immediately, because they connect immediately with other people who look at themselves as victims. Especially if those people are also breaking the law and operating like thugs and criminals. It's a mindset that is shared by many. But the many, they showcase the mindset in different ways. Just think about this. Just think about this. He went to his car or whatever, got on the phone, and basically said, I'm a victim. Adam took advantage of me because he's gay. Can't break down how he's been a victim. Adam22 literally showed you Adam22 literally showed you texts where he was helping this dude King Pill, trying to help him like build his brand. Bro, Adam won't even post my live streams on his page. And I sit next to him all the time. Never tried to hit him, attack him, nothing like that. Never operated in an unprofessional manner while in that building. But yet, you never hear me playing victim. You never hear me saying, oh man, he's abusing me and taking advantage of me. But the guy who this guy has bent over backwards for, and maybe frontwards too, he literally went out of his way to help King Pill. And all of a sudden, King Pill is a victim. All of a sudden, Adam is doing something, committing some unknown offense against King Pill because he doesn't handle payroll at No Jumper, and he can't just say, okay, King Pill, there's your money, buddy. Bro, I've gotten paid from No Jumper. Never once has Adam paid me. Josh is in charge of payroll. Everyone knows that. You want to get paid, hit up Josh, whether you want to get paid today or you want to get paid in a month. Invoice Josh. You literally supposed to have, you technically got to send a damn invoice. And yes, Paul, somehow this is all Lush's fault. But I digress. But he's a victim. What I'm trying to say, and I'm going to put the link in the comments here. What I'm trying to say is this. We got to be careful, man. We got to be careful, man. How do we know that King Pill wouldn't have snapped and killed everybody in the damn building? How do we know? Did he get wanded down before he came into No Jumper? Do we know anything about this man's history? It seems like we're finding out more about the history of King Pill, his history, after he's basically been disassociated or deemed persona non grata, disinvited, uninvited from No Jumper than we knew when he had access to the building. There's something seriously wrong with that scenario. And I'm not making a dig against Adam or anybody else. I'm just bringing it up because nobody's bringing it up. That's kind of like my job, I feel, in this space. Asking the question that nobody seems to care about asking. How do you know King Pill is not some psychopath, which he kind of acts like it a little bit, who will get mad, go to the car, convince himself that he's a victim, and justify in his own mind, rationalize coming in and smoking everybody? No, I'm not saying he's a killer. I'm saying potentially he could have been. We don't know him. Nobody thought that woman would kill, but yet she did. If you looked at a picture of King Pill and looked at a picture of this lady, they would say, oh, he looks like he's most likely to do something like that. Little do we know, little Miss Muffet sitting on a tuffet is freaking, she got blick on her in the form of a knife, ready to go smoke somebody. Smoked her boss like a pack of cools, as they used to say. Smoked her boss like a pack of American Spirit, dude, and standing in court with no remorse. No remorse. And then you think about Aunt Hefe, you got all these freaking buster ass people in the comment. Oh, this and that person got marked out, and all this stuff. Listen, man. You don't know what a person is capable of. That's why I urge my bros, look, man, always exercise caution. And if something don't feel right, and if you just want to walk away and be the bigger man, you are well within your right to do so. What the fuck is a mark out other than a bunch of people who won't bust a grape trying to tell you scared because you're not going to do something that doesn't align with the goals that you set for yourself? Are you crazy? Are you crazy? The greatest warriors in history have retreated to come back to live and fight another day. People who you wouldn't even be fit, you wouldn't even be qualified to shine their boots. They have seen a situation and said, you know what? I need to leave right now and then come back later. Period. But we got this ignorant culture in our city. It's so funny. This is so funny to me. You got a bunch of Hispanic viewers at No Jumper screaming that black dudes got marked out because they don't want to engage in potentially life-threatening situations that are over frivolous bullshit. And I'm not trying to make this a race thing, but I want you to understand the context in which all this occurs. You got a bunch of non-black people basically attempting to gaslight black men into engaging in situations, potentially deadly situations, for frivolous reasons. Oh man, Ant said King Pill didn't diss his hood. He said what we own. That means King Pill should have jumped up and shot him. If he didn't do it, he got marked out. Am I wrong? Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. But you know what's funny? These people ain't gonna do a damn thing for your family once you dead. Am I wrong? I heard people trying to say Aunt Hefe got marked out because he didn't jump up and immediately start fighting King Pill. I heard people say King Pill got marked out because he didn't jump up and immediately start fighting Aunt Hefe. I'm sitting back thinking, I think they both handled the situation like gentlemen. But I say that to say, guys, we don't know these people. You might look at these people every single day on a damn YouTube channel. You don't know these people. You didn't vet these people. Nobody did a background check on these people. When I listened to that lady talk, I said, dude, she sounded like a potential host at No Jumper. As crazy and deranged as she was sounding. She had a lot of energy. She had a lot of charisma. She wasn't ugly. Shit, she very well could have been Jaleese. By the way, did we do a background check on her? She does like to hang around killers. This is what I'm saying. There's a lot of similarities. I see a lot of similarities in this situation, in the situation that happened with King Pill. But it shouldn't be necessary to risk losing your life to please a bunch of people who don't give a damn about you. Even Adam, when King Pill tried to walk up on Adam, how y'all know King Pill couldn't have pulled out a knife and stabbed Adam or something, kind of like that little thug Carmelo Anthony did to that precious white angel, Austin Metcalf. I'm asking a serious question. Donnie Blitz, you gonna tell me that girl was acting crazier than King Pill? Shut up. Shut the hell up. She didn't even cover her body in oil before she went to work. This guy walking around wearing the same thing every day. You know he got a screw loose. I know he didn't touch some type of social media money and he won't change his damn clothes. All I'm saying is, we got to be careful out here, family. We got to be careful out here, kinfolk. We got to make sure that we continue to be the ones discussing the content and not becoming the content. I mean, I'm being real. Precious white angel. Hey, the link to come up is in the comments. Shout out to my girl Goddess Navi. Shout out to all my day ones in the building. I see y'all in here. But listen, man. Hell, you might have to do personal vetting. I think we might have to start doing that. Even as hosts, we might have to just start looking up LifeLock or whatever it's called and looking these people up. Because this world is too deranged, walking around with too many people raised by single mothers in the projects, for us to sit up here and just say, you know what? This guy's funny. Let's let him into the inner sanctum. Let's let him into our confident spaces. Because he's funny. Well, yeah, he's funny until he's not. He's funny until he's not, or until those habits that he's been hiding from you begin to surface. I remember Adam telling me King Pill don't do drugs, he don't drink, he don't do nothing. This man traveled with this dude and stayed in the same hotel as him. Probably paid for him the way he was acting, bro. Yet still knew nothing about him. Y'all be careful out here. Trust is earned. Trust is earned. And I remember Wax says something about you can't give dudes access too quickly. He actually talked about how he made that mistake with Loose Cannon. And I honestly feel, Adam made that mistake with King Pill. But maybe if no one says anything, maybe Adam wasn't even looking at it like that. I'm not blaming him, but he probably just like, yo, man, he seems like a cool dude, funny dude, trying to get on his social, in the social media space, in the content creator world. Let me throw him a bone. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. And dudes like Anjefe is a strong dude. He can handle himself. But nobody, not everybody can survive a sneak attack. They say expect the unexpected, but when you go in No Jumper, it's like you kind of feel like you can let your guard down because there's just a lot of cool dudes up in there. And everybody's cool until somebody decides not to be. Somebody who everyone barely knows. It was in that moment that they realized we don't really know this fool. Rolling up on the boss. Rolling up on Adam. Trying to press him about some money. It's crazy. Go ahead, KP. What up? What up, everybody who hopped in? Guys, feel free to come up.
Brandon.
Link in the comment.
What's up, Tucker? You fucker.
This guy.
Hey, nah. So what I was gonna say is, I got.
Hey, don't be sending me stuff from Almighty Suspect, man. I don't look at that nigga page.
Man, that show. Hey, the nigga out, nigga. Don't be scared now, nigga.
I ain't scared.
I vetted him. You good? I vetted him. You good? Don't worry.
All right, cool. You vetted him.
But no,
look,
okay. So
Donnie ran off because he can't talk out of turn. Go ahead.
Let me ask you a question. So let's say if a person has no criminal history, no mental health history, right? And you do a background. How could you know if a motherfucker gonna kill somebody? Like, how could you truly know? Nobody knows what anybody's capable of. So how could you truly know?
I mean, and that's, background and history are, it's more than, there's more than that involved in the vetting process. You sit down with people and you interview them. I used to do a lot of hiring. You remember when you sat down for a job and the boss be like, name a time you had a challenging situation and tell me how you dealt with it. Give me a scenario, throw some scenarios at you to see how you respond in a certain situation. Even things as little as that, can give you insight into the way a person thinks and tell you whether or not you should hire that person.
But it's hard. I don't know. For me, I'm going to say it's hard to say that because, man, I've been in prison with plenty of people who murdered somebody, and just from their upbringing and everything, it's like they had no signs of nothing that says that this particular person would have done that. And I'm talking about just conversations throughout. Shit happens in life. We never know what the fuck will happen. We never know what might tick the next person off. A motherfucker lose their mama today, and something happened, and from sheer emotion, a reaction off of that. You just never know.
Yeah, but guess what? You know how many people have saved people's lives or saved their own life by simply asking, how you doing today? Did Adam even have a 5-minute conversation with King Pill before King Pill walked in the room and was like, yo, I'm on No Jumper News?
But Adam, man, with that King Pill shit, bro, Adam got what he was looking for out that whole situation. I mean, he literally initiated a bullshit ass conversation to get and King Pill to go. That conversation, clear as day, was to get one of them niggas riled up. I mean, he said that on the Adam and Wax show. He literally said it like he knew after a while. He was like, okay, because after they said, oh, the song, and he pointed to Aunt Hefe like, yeah, because he said something on there that you would have got mad about. It's like, my nigga, you know, Adam know
what would I have gotten mad about?
No, I'm talking about you. I'm talking about when he said to Aunt, and he told Aunt when Lush was talking about the song, and Adam brought the song up, Lush was talking about it. Then Adam was like to Aunt Hefe, yeah, because one of the disses on there you would have got mad about. Like, he knew what he was doing. He knew exactly what he was doing. Adam looking for crash outs. Period.
I mean, at the same time, I feel like you could be, you know, provocative without necessarily trying to cause death or violence, right? Because at the end of the day, a crash out on live doesn't help you. It just gets your channel shut down.
But I'm saying you playing with gang members at the end of the day. Like, these niggas is not, you know, these is motherfucking gang members from LA. You know, niggas who just, certain people don't take disrespect in certain ways. Certain people gonna react in certain ways. You're playing a dangerous game when you do that.
But no, because if you're behind the scenes in that stuff, you talk to people. Like Aunt Hefe repeatedly has said, man, I understand the content game. I ain't about to let none of this shit, you know, trigger me. King Pill has said the same shit.
So when you talk ever since that situation,
fam, if me and you sitting up talking, we in my house or we in your house, and we like, man, we got to go over here, and you know they're gonna be trying to do crazy shit to get a reaction. And you tell me, you know what, man, I'm just here trying to get my bread. I'm trying to get my chili. I ain't about to trip off of none of that. Then we get there and you start tripping. I'm gonna be looking like, yo, you said you wasn't gonna trip off of none of that. And I promise you, bro, when we're sitting around in No Jumper, dudes be saying that. We be having conversations and people be like, yo, man, I'm not tripping about it. People literally ask people like, oh, if we bring somebody from this rival hood, are you tripping? The dudes be like, I ain't worried about that.
But if look at
I'll give you a prime wait, let me give you a prime example. Ralphie the Plug and Munchie B. We all know what happened with that situation with Bro Brother. Bro still comes to No Jumper, does his job, and leaves. Munchie come to No Jumper and do his job and leave.
But
they ain't waiting in the fucking. They're not waiting it, bro. But if it was gonna be smoke, a nigga could easily just wait up there in the parking lot or just be right there. Dude, we know where they're gonna be every freaking Friday and Tuesday, right or wrong.
You right, but I'm saying,
okay.
Look, I'm saying this though, Tuck. I get what you're saying, right? What I'm saying is in certain situations, a motherfucker can sit there and say, "Hey, I'm not gonna trip. I'm not gonna trip." If you look at Ant videos, he already said in one of his videos that he was already having a problem and wanted to holler at King Pill about that shit anyway. You feel me? So it's like it was already something in him. I mean, at the end of the day, it was muscle memory. That nigga Ant is a full-fledged, you know, he probably not active in the streets, but that nigga's a full-fledged line presser from YA, all that shit. Certain mentalities, that shit just put in you, especially when we in YA. That shit just do something to you and niggas gonna react. Bro, that nigga asked that nigga what we on. If King Pill would have said, nigga, what we on, you know it's gonna go somewhere.
Man, if you get it, listen, bro. I don't care. I sit in the room with Hefe. At some point, maturity gotta rule the room, like rule the day, bro. And I think in that moment, Ant expressed a high level of maturity, as did King Pill, right? Or I don't know if maybe King Pill was like, I just don't want smoke, but King Pill had his homies with him. So I don't see why he would have needed to be scared, right? But what I'm telling you is
niggas know, Tuck, niggas know hyenas, bro. One thing about it, niggas might not display or say it, but niggas know when a hyena, and niggas know niggas records, niggas know who niggas background is. And I mean, we could call it maturity, but when that nigga said what we own, my nigga, he was asking what we own. Period.
Yeah, whether
from body language and all that.
Whether he say what we own and all that, I would say if that's the case, that was wrong on Ant's part then. But I don't think Ant just meant what we own to just King Pill. I think he also was saying that to Adam. Like, are we really about to sit here and pretend like this dude was up dissing my hood on a song?
I believe that too. I think from the beginning of his statement, he was literally like, we're not finna make A-Trade Gangsters, nigga, the topic of conversation. I seen that from the beginning.
Right. And Adam said, well, we can move on, which got, so Aunt Hefe got the desire, he achieved the desired effect of move on politicking on my hood, you know, while I'm sitting here.
Yeah.
Because if you're trying to say he was dissing my, if you're trying to insinuate he was dissing my hood, and he was trying to, and he's like basically saying, yeah, I was dissing all the trades or whatever, that's another conversation that needs to be had. We need to take that over to the gray table. So I think Aunt Hefe handled it fine. I think King Pill even handled it good. But based on what King Pill did with Adam, based on what we saw, you know, with this lady at McDonald's, who's to say King Pill couldn't have flipped out and killed everybody in the building? Nobody would have been prepared for that. Adam could be like, oh, I have Blick on me. Yeah, but if he just whip out, this dude walked in the room damn near 30 minutes after the shit started. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, listen, I feel the same way. I just feel like the type of shit that nigga Adam running up there, the type of shit that he's trying to promote, man. You ask for that type of shit. You ask for that, man. You like you one day you doing something with 4 extras, then you got King Pill up there talking about the nigga the next day. Then you bring 4 extras back up there. You bring niggas up there whose enemies. Have one nigga do an interview one day, have another nigga ask me. It's you create that environment, so it ain't no sympathy for that. And if you would have got chipped, ain't no sympathy for that nigga, man. That's the environment you create.
But isn't that the nature of interviews? They might have a Palestinian interviewing one day, and the next day have a freaking Zionist.
And whatever come from it. But you this is what you look for. This is what that nigga's looking for.
But
if
both
niggas,
of those people understand in that moment, this is not the time or the place.
Hey, Tuck on Bloods. If niggas stopped going to No Jumper and there was no more street shit on that platform, man, that shit'll fall apart. If nobody went up there and talked about no more street shit, no more beef shit, that shit'll fall apart. That's why he don't have 5 of yous up there. That's why there's only one nigga like you for real up there. And even when you up there, you have to complain plenty of times about a lot of the balances. Like they thrive off that shit. I would love for it to be 5 niggas like you to do a show, but it's not gonna be like that. They need niggas that's gonna throw in some bullshit, some petty shit, and they striving off of LA street gang culture. That's all these niggas give a fuck about. That's all Adam. That's all he cares about is that shit.
But you have to understand too. I think you got to look at it in a bigger way. Like there's people who feed their family with No Jumper. There's people who've been in No Jumper working there damn near 10, 12 years, and they support their family with that. So while we all, you know, talk about Adam, you have to understand too, Adam has a bunch of employees who look to him to generate content that can bring money so they can eat.
Hey, it's the same with the dope man. It's niggas who feed their family selling dope.
Man, them damn dope men wasn't feeding no damn family.
Does that mean it's cool though? I'm just saying, does that mean it's cool?
Them niggas was buying gold BBSs, man.
It's niggas that feed. I know niggas personally fed their family selling dope since the 80s. And that don't make what he doing was cool. We could sit there and say, oh yeah, that nigga put his daughter through school, nigga bought a house for his wife and kids and all that. Don't make what he doing is cool.
But the dope selling was illegal. This shit is not illegal, but I do get what you're saying.
But hey, I'm about to get up off this Tuck. Hey, you sent me something that we got to talk about, so holla at me.
I sent you something we got to talk about. Is it bad?
Yes.
Like horrible? Was it the Munchie B thing?
I didn't want to. You feel? Hey, you know what?
The thing with the Inglewood Legends?
Yeah. That wasn't bull, bro.
Man, shut up, man. I defended my friend in real time. Listen.
You said some goofy shit on there.
No, I didn't. I didn't say nothing goofy.
You said, I didn't know them niggas had ops.
Dude, I didn't. Bro, you know I'm from Long Beach. Stop playing around.
It's the biggest gang in Inglewood. What do you mean niggas ain't got ops, bro?
Listen, bro. I am from Long Beach. I do not know shit about blood gangs until I met you. The realest blood I know on earth is you, bro. You my homie, like a brother. This is the thing. I thought Inglewood family was kind of like Long Beach. You see what I'm saying? I thought Inglewood was like Long Beach in the sense of like in Long Beach it's all Crips. So when all I've ever heard was Inglewood family, I assume okay, Inglewood is all Bloods and they beef with like the 6-0s and shit. So,
but the nigga that you ran into wasn't from Inglewood. So his hood is not in Inglewood. His hood is in LA.
That nigga is from Inglewood.
But the hood he banged was in LA.
What underground Crip?
That's a historic Crip neighborhood out of West LA. I mean, out of West side of Los Angeles.
Okay, and I think they clicked up or they hang out with the legend Crips in Inglewood, right?
I mean, you could say, but they from Rolling Hundreds, though. Legends ain't Rolling Hundreds.
Bro, literally, the security guard explained all that shit to me. That's how I learned.
But I'm just saying,
and here's the thing: when he said something, but when he said what he said, what did I say? I said that's a good. I said don't do that. That's a good friend of mine. Did I not?
No, you did. You did. You did.
Okay, nigga. So don't try to play me like I was just a bit there. No, he said some shit. I said don't do that. I said that's my homeboy. He's a good friend of mine.
You was on your lush shit. You was acting like lush, my nigga.
No, I was not acting like no fucking lush. Listen, nigga, I don't know.
Mayor, you the fucking Mayor McCarthy Park ass.
Look, no. I no, bro. I'm just like I'm making a video, so like don't. You know, it's no need to diss him. He not here. You know what I'm saying? And if he was there, probably a different story. You know what I'm saying?
I say keep that video in the tuck, man. I don't think that's a video.
I'm publishing that motherfucker tonight just because you told me not to.
Keep that motherfucker.
No, because I know you got my back. So if somebody try to fuck with me, all I got to do is make a phone call.
I mean, if you want me to go back to prison after just doing 10, that's cool.
Look, you ain't going to prison, bro. You ain't going to prison. Listen, nah. But Munchie B is cool with me. Like I'm cool with Munchie. So I'm not gonna. Listen. If you want to diss the nigga on your own time, that's cool. But I'm not just gonna sit by idly and just watch it or listen to a nigga dissing him and shit. You know, and he was dissing the whole, like, I guess the hood, but I was just like,
yeah,
you know, don't do that. Don't, you know, that's a friend of mine. Woo. Then he was like talking to me after we was up there. So after the video, he was talking to me and shit. The dude was cool. He was a cool young dude. Obviously, he's in his gangbang shit. But, you know, I just try to be cool with everybody, man. Like, keep it respectful. You know, I'm in their little neighborhood and stuff. And it's cool with me, but I was not lying. I didn't know and that's because I'm a product of my city where it's just one.
But you know, I mean, just in gang banging, you know, niggas got enemies no matter what. And I'm pretty sure you heard of the name Inglewood. I mean, even from being from Long Beach, I'm pretty sure you've heard at some point the name Inglewood Families. That is the biggest blood gang in Inglewood.
Of course, I've heard of Inglewood Family, but when
you know them niggas got enemies.
No, but listen. When you think of Inglewood, the only gang you think about is Inglewood Family. You don't be like, oh, them Crip gangs in Inglewood. Nobody even thinks that. You could ask 99% of No Jumper viewers, what Crip gangs are in Inglewood? Man, 90% of people in LA will be like, I don't know.
90% of people that's not in LA gang culture will know.
90% of people not in LA gang culture, or 90% of people who are not living in Inglewood.
Everybody know about the Raymonds. So that's a historic Crip hood. Niggas know who the Raymonds are. That's a historic Crip hood. So and niggas know about the Raymonds. That's what I'm saying. Niggas not in the culture. It's like I'm not from Long Beach. I'll be finding out shit from Long Beach through the internet. But same time, being in prison, being in juvenile halls and all that shit, I've heard about a lot of these gangs. I just don't know where these hoods are. I know about the big three, the 20s, Insanes, and the West Coast. But it's like, you feel me? I mean, my older brother from Westbound. I never heard of that shit until he told me where he was from.
Your older brother from Westbound in Long Beach?
B.
What?
You remember B?
Yeah, but I know there used to be a hood in Long Beach called Westbound.
Exactly. He from Westbound. I didn't know. You feel me? He had to explain that whole situation to me.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I thought he was from 80s, and that nigga was like, "Nah, I'm from Westbound."
Nah, Westbound was before 80s.
You got Music Maniac and Daniel Beverly up here, man. Let them do their little thing.
Yeah, let them talk before we get too deep in the gang shit. Hey, the views might freaking skyrocket. We get too deep in the gang shit.
I love you, bro.
Hey, love you too, bro.
All right.
Let's go, Music Maniacs.
All right. So a couple things here. I'll be quick, but you, Adam, Lush, and Whack, a weekly show would be amazing. And that's way far-fetched because Whack doesn't want to do shows with you for some reason. He's open about it. I'm a fan of all four of you guys, you know, at the end of the day. With just like the No Jumper stuff, I don't really go into the Whack world. I don't really go into the ciphering world, the rap, you know, the hip hop world with Lush, you know. But Adam is very smart, very good. I feel like there's a lot of jealousy over Adam, just, you know, with the fans and just others, just in general. You know, he is living the life. He's pretty much like a porn star. He's getting paid. He's a millionaire. You know what I'm saying? He's living the life,
pretty
man.
much like a porn star. He is a porn star. I've seen those.
but he's crafted it in a way, and he made the show with the podcast with the wife and everything. So he's, he really is living the life, man. And
Yeah, he is.
you know what I mean? Like, debauchery and stuff like that. But still, like, it's crazy. But he I don't know if he realizes it or sees the pattern that I see and probably others, and you see that your king pills, your unks, your suspects, your almighty suspects, your what's the last one? They all kind of mesh in with me, to be honest with you. But king pill, what's the other one? Not the one with the hand blown off, but the one who got. Well, I guess it is him, and then the one who got in the fight with Adam, who wears a camo all the time. What's those guys' names? King Pill and the other one. What's his name?
King Pill, and then who else? What you were saying? The one who wears
the
camo.
one, the one wears camo. That's King Pill, and then the one that got his hand blown off with the
Oh,
firecracker.
4 extras.
Oh yeah, 4 extras. So like those 4 guys, and then obviously the one guy who was like on pills or lean or whatever all the time that just got locked up with the long dreads. Like whether you want to call all of them, living the YN narrative mind frame / crash out mind frame lifestyle of all that, gangster life, whatever, all of it mixed into one. Like Adam, does it see the pattern, bro? Like some of these people, and kind of like how you were interluding to, people has, secret problems or whatever. No one's perfect, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And as you can see, they're falling off like flies. But like, doesn't Adam see like some of these people aren't fit for podcasting? Maybe like an interview, right? But like a weekly thing, like all these people are falling off like flies, Brandon. And like people like you, Lush and Whack and Adam are really good at podcasting and keeping it on air. No threats, no pulling out knives, no. You don't even threaten people. Like Lush don't even threaten. I mean, you guys mess around and keep it on air. Like you know how to go back and forth and not, what they say, crash out. You know what I mean? Like it's, and people do bash Adam here and other places a lot, but like I feel like a lot of that is, some jealousy there, and people might see it that he's using the black man for the white man's dollar to make the white man's dollar, whatever that narrative. But like, anything's possible in life, no matter what color you are. You know what I mean? You are what you make it out to be, and you just got. I don't know. You're gold every week over there. I look forward to the Thursday shows, and Adam needs to put you and Lush on with the political show every 2 weeks or something like that. And like, if y'all, the guy was mentioning before, like, if No Jumper stops doing the gangbanger, content, that's gonna go down tubes. I don't know. Like, if you were over there and some other people in Lush and even Whack, like, if y'all did sports, politics, obviously separated, but like, there's no sports stuff going on anywhere. Like,
man, Josh was showing me that they used to do a sports show and they used to get some good ass views.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't really understand what's going on with that. I really stopped thinking about it, like, because it's just like I said what I had to say.
Yes.
I offer my requested input, and it is what it is. They seem to know what they want to do. With me, I'm just trying to make the Thursday show great. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want that show to be like the best of No Jumper. Like this.
I mean, when you all get into politics or even like race debates with like Lush, when you and Lush do that, or even Adam. I mean, look, Adam, is kind of on the right side with the Carmelo Anthony situation. I don't know if you listened to him in Whack today, but Whack's totally just quote unquote whack on that situation. In my opinion, he's totally off base. But like, I live in that same city where that happened, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, it's there's no. Whack was trying to say like this. It's bullying. The white guys were bullying. There's no bullying going on.
Yeah. Whack is just making up. He's going off of what he's. Whack is very much a product of the internet. Even though he's like, I got the content, I got this, he's still getting the majority of his news and information from the internet, from whatever echo chamber or algorithm he's in, right? And I mean, it makes sense. You know, he is not a product of this generation.
He supports Trump though, so it's kind of confused. Throws me off. I'm like, come on, like I know he knows better, but
he might support Trump because of financials. You know what I'm saying? Less regulation.
yeah.
People who make money support Trump, and their ability to make money it trumps everything. So, you know, we just have to. I just say everything. The one good thing about Trump is it seems like, and I don't know if you guys feel this, it seems like the world is like normalizing, like it's going back to normal. I'm like, I was driving down the street, I see men and women holding hands, kissing on the street again. You didn't see that crap
really
like 5 years ago. No, I'm dead ass. I see way less trannies now than I did 2 years ago. Like maybe they're in hiding or what, but it feels like America is normalizing.
And we need to normalize the shows, like less gang stuff, man. Like that's probably making bank with Adam, but to let y'all go, Master Adam, please get the four of those guys. I mean, really, like that's the best on the mic stuff. Like, you know, speaking clearly, like you, Lush, Adam, and Whack, y'all four. I mean, y'all can really do something that's all four together, but we'll see, man. Tired of these disposable gangbangers every month that crash out and you know what I'm saying?
No, seriously. No, it was that King Pill move. Where I think I do believe Adam is kind of like a master content creator, and he definitely showed his ability when all the guys went to jail and when AD and all those people left. He showed that he had what it takes to do it on his own. But yeah, the King Pill, to me, it was just a lazy move. Oh, I'm gonna just try to do this and this, you know, he gets views on this and then I'm making this. Like King Pill was kind of like a creative player. You know what I'm saying? But the creative player had some flaws. We forgot to turn his awareness up to 99, right? So he got all the speed and everything, but sometimes when he's running down the field, the ball just hits him in the back of the head because he doesn't have awareness. But thank you, Music Maniac. Let me go on to Daniel Beverly.
What's up, Bucci?
What up, man? Bucci's Boom Boom Room.
Hey, didn't I tell you about No Jumper? Didn't I tell you about the debauchery of
You
No
said
Jumper?
so much about No Jumper.
And the ignorance that she was gonna have to deal with up there.
Yeah.
You was like, no, Adam's a good guy. Why?
I still think Adam is a good guy.
And also to the other guy who was just talking, nobody's jealous because they criticize Adam. We'll be jealous because everybody's screwing his wife. He's a cuck. Ain't nobody jealous of his lifestyle.
What the hell does that have to do with anything?
That's pathetic as a man. To just sit there and have people just nail your wife in front of you. But he was just saying people was jealous he's living a life. I mean, I guess to each his own. But Adam is definitely instigating stuff, and he's basically like Vince McMahon, y'all. I saw him instigate that the other day. It seemed like he even tapped the back of Aunt Hefe's seat. Like, he tapped it. He gave him a little sign, just like wrestling, to jump in there. He was like, yeah, he made a song. I know you won't like this. And jumped it off.
But here's the thing, bro. Like, y'all acting like these people don't have brains of their own. Like, when you're young, you know if you put two male pit bulls in a room, they're going to go at it, right? So you say, hey, if you got two males, keep them away from each other, right?
Right.
But we're human beings, not dogs. We're human beings, not dogs.
Clout is a powerful drug. So these people, they know what they're getting into, but it's an opportunity for some money and a little notoriety.
I'm not putting that on Adam.
You always protecting white daddy. But I mean,
no, I'm not. No, because
par for the course.
Listen, bro, there are more powerful forces at work than No Jumper against the black community. We're doing battle with these big dogs in the government, so to speak. To fall for the shit Adam doing is like, bro, you gotta want to fall for that. You gotta want like, to me, if you actually let Adam incite you to violence, you're looking for a reason. He's not even exploiting you. you're looking for a reason. And out of everybody, I listen, never ask a man to do something you're not willing to do. I pretty much endured the highest amount of disrespect possible and did not bat an eye, bro.
No,
until
you were very close. You were very close to getting pulled into that shit too, because you jumped up, right? And when you jumped up, what if when you jumped up, he just would have happened to get one good swing off with that knife? It's a whole different topic.
Yeah, because he would have been dead. I would have went to my car and got my gun and killed him.
Okay, you see, and you see the trap.
Yeah, I understand that, but
It's
what
a
I'm
2 for
saying,
1.
but this is what I'm saying. Anything beyond a man physically assaulting you, that shouldn't even bother you. Oh,
right,
F this and F that. Who cares?
Right,
Who
but what
cares?
I'm saying is when you put yourself in that environment, it's a split second from that going left. So
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
a split.
they becoming real close.
It's
Even
a split.
Adam, he's like he's trying to feel himself.
It's a split second when you're not dealing with mature people.
But even Adam, he seemed like he's starting to feel himself with all that 22ster shit. Yeah, because I had it on me. I don't know. We'll see. Either way, I'll be, it'll be entertaining.
Well, hopefully we won't see. And we'll just get this thing together. But I'll tell you something. If something goes on at work that you don't feel is on the up and up, I mean, do you just quit your job or do you say, hey, I don't like this?
It depends on, I have before, depending on what level it's on. If it's to the level where I'm like, nah, it ain't, something that might risk my career, yeah, I'll move on.
Listen, well, yeah, but I don't see how my career is at risk. I'm not like I can only control me. You know what I'm saying? I can only control me, but everyone else, it's like they got to do what they got to do. But if I throw this out there, maybe just this conversation we're having can spark, some self-reflection in people. And then they could think like, okay, man, maybe Adam is watching this show and he's like, you know what, this dude is right. This dude made a good point. That's why we put the content out there, because it might fall on the right set of ears. And then, you know what I'm saying? They might say, we need to do this. You're right. Maybe Josh sees this and say, you know what, Brandon's right. We are taking unnecessary risk with these people. You hear Music Maniacs. Let's save the news shows, the No Jumper show. Let's keep that discussing the content. Let's not try to make that the content, right? A lot of things can change. A lot of things can happen. But we just gotta, but if no one ever says it or no one makes it clear that that's something that they want, then you never know. And that's basically what a business is. Adam is giving, that's what media is. Adam is giving the audience what they want. If the audience was like, nah, man, we want more history, Adam would be in there trying to hire fucking historians to talk. Am I wrong?
Right. That's what needs to happen. People need to stop entertaining the BS, and the better quality content, support that. Because that's the only thing that's going to change him, because he all about $1. So that will make him change. He'll be a black power for $1. He'll change. He'll have a kufi and everything. He'll switch his whole game up if there's some money in it.
Exactly. But as long as there's ignorant people watching who want that, we come in for crash outs and all this type of shit. He's going to give them crash outs. And then they're going to complain. That's like a fat person getting mad at the person who keeps giving them food. When the person giving them the food ain't making them eat it. If you really don't want to eat, just walk away. Push away from the table.
One last thing. With that name, I can't tell. Was that girl that did the stabbing? Is that a tether?
Man, you don't shut up.
Feeney Badu. I can't tell if it's a combination of entertainers or if it's some type of,
He said a combination of
some type of tether name.
I want to look at that girl because she apparently pulled the king pill move. She literally made a music video. She has a music video too. It's kind of like this like common theme among like crazy people in the black community. They all think they're like rappers. They all think they're artists. You know what I'm saying? And then they end up working at McDonald's. And so I think what she did has a lot, I think a lot of that stems from like, maybe like, you know, the fact that she's just like a bum, you know?
Yeah, everybody rap now. It's crazy. When I was growing up, you had like 10 rappers.
Man, rap is so watered down now.
Your next door neighbor be rapping.
And people are in the
Your
rappers are
coworker
getting
trying
old.
to sell you a mixtape. It's crazy.
And the rappers are getting older and older, man. It's fucking crazy. Wait, you'll be able to see if she's a quote unquote tether, you know, because I know that's what you care about the most, which is weird. But
no, I just don't want them on our jacket. You know, we got to try to eliminate as many as we can.
who is our jacket, bro?
FBA, you know who
shut up.
FBA.
The tethers
Stop
are
playing.
welcome. I'm a tether
All right,
lover.
I'm gonna land my plane, man.
Hurry up, dude. It's past your bedtime.
Absolutely.
Take your Geritol, drink your warm milk, and go to sleep. Get your rest so you can hate on tethers tomorrow. All right, we're going to listen to her music video, guys. She looks crazy as hell. I ain't going to lie to you.
Yeah, tell him what's in your head right now. Hey, yo. Yeah, this song is pretty sure it's dedicated to all of you. If anyone's trying to stop you from being who you want to be, I'm letting you know, straight up, be yourself and don't give a fuck what nobody think. We all are unique in our own way, so be yourself and don't care about what anyone else think. Period. Sing along. Accept me for who I am. Accept me for who I am. Accept me for who I am. I don't even gotta pretend. Accept me for who I am. Accept me for who I am. Accept me for who I am. I don't even gotta pretend. I'm done playing these damn games. I'm done playing these damn games. I'm done playing these damn games. You ought to be ashamed. I'm done playing these damn games. I'm done playing these damn games. I'm done playing these damn games. You ought to be ashamed. Life is what you make it. You got the opportunity of adventures, take it. I'm not gonna sit here waiting when the time is currently pacing. I got stuff to do in my life. Benefits for you that'll spread the light. If I'm supposed to be free, don't have.
She definitely gave us some ass for some studio time. She's trash.
I think
She went from being a rapper to she went from rapping to rapping Big Macs.
Ready to make her famous, yeah.
Hey, bro, she went from rapping to rapping big and tasties.
Make
Pause.
her famous. Free her.
Bro, she's not horrible. She just looks.
I'm gonna tell
she
you what
looks
it is.
mentally ill. She
No
looks
doubt
mentally
about
ill.
That's why they gave her a $25 million bond. They gonna play her like that. So
Take it. I'm not gonna say.
Hey, can I tell y'all something? Let me tell all the bros, real quick, just for future reference. If you see a woman wearing that damn much makeup, looking like that with this wig and shit, she's mentally ill. I'm telling you. The overdoing of the makeup is a classic sign of mental illness. Have you guys ever saw the movie Whatever Happened to Baby Jane? Yeah. She looks crazy. This girl had like an identity disorder. But yet she just killed her boss. The gangbangers that y'all worship killed 15 people in a drive-by, and y'all talk about free to homie fast.
Hey,
So
I'm gonna say this about her though. Like, the reason the music is the way you feel, because she's actually doing what she rapping. So it's like now she might be considered the realest rapper on earth right now, the realest female rapper. Like, that's how it gets spent.
Man, whoever made the song and then told her, yeah, we should do a video to this. That person should be put in a cell right beside her. That should be her cellmate. That should be her fucking cellmate. It makes no sense. This was, and then the song is not even mixed right. She just looks crazy. Like, I wouldn't hire this lady to work at my damn job. Would you hire this woman? I would think. Go ahead.
She said that I did a report on it. Bitch, like almost 40,000 right now, if not more. But it said that she said this shit need to stop. She said this has to stop. And I'm telling you, let me tell you something, Brandon. Man, customer service has went to shit. I don't know if you know. I don't know how you are. If you noticed it,
I
but
already know.
back in the day, people had a job. Even if they didn't like it, they still respected their job and they respected their dignity and pride. Nowadays, man, motherfuckers just want what they want what they want to be the people that they serving. Regardless of
Sorry, I was trying to go to your channel to look up the video.
Okay. Oh yes, it's go to Twitter. Go to Cinderella Television. It's on Twitter.
Okay.
Yeah, I got it on Twitter, like all the little things and everything like that. It's still up on the same name, Cinderella Television. But yeah, she was basically saying how she was fed up. She said the lady had all them damn kids and said she was in there talking to her like she was a child. Basically, like, she got bills to pay, but you up here sending me home, playing with my livelihood, not giving a damn about me. I mean, it was like, if you ever dealt with scumbag motherfuckers at a job or any kind of, situation, you definitely knew who she was talking about. You know what I'm saying? So, I hate that. I hate it went down the way it did, but people got to do something. Like, business, nothing.
Well, here's the thing. That's what I'm trying to tell you, though, Cinderoni. If you're getting mistreated at work, they literally have signage posted in the break room telling you exactly what to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, or you could quit and go get another job. You in Detroit, my nigga. I know they hiring because there's a bunch of ignorant people over there. So she didn't handle it the right way. And then on top of that, I've never seen an interaction between her and her boss, but she definitely seems like someone who has a victim mindset. And Cinderoni, when you work with people who feel like they victims, them be the worst employees ever.
It never ends, especially
when they're in a service job.
Mm-hmm. Never
because they find a reason to get offended, and then they not working for the rest of the shift. I remember when I was a manager, there was this girl. She would always, she would like not want to work, so she would always try to go home early. If you wouldn't let her go home early, she'll start faking injuries. Oh, I hurt my ankle, limping around and shit with a crazy looking face. I mean, dude, what are you doing? You're on a 4-hour shift. Go work and then leave. Stop with the bullshit.
Yeah.
You spent an hour complaining and begging to go home. Now you only got 3 hours left. Guys, please don't forget to like the video. Also subscribe if you haven't already. And feel free to contribute to the stream. All the contribution links are pinned to the top. But so what do you think? Do you see a connection or a parallel or any similar characteristics in the work situation at No Jumper? Like, what do you think? Do you think this speaks to vetting?
Well, I'll say this. I think that for the most part, regardless of the circumstances and how things actually play out at the show, I think that he treats people equally as far as a deal of conversation to keep whatever bullshit off of him and onto whoever's on the show. Basically, if it's you and 3 other people on the show, he might, he's gonna deflect anything of him or how you feel about him to, the next person that's up there on stage with you guys. But I think that as far as the treatment of Adam at the show, regardless of the setups and the dirty macking and all that kind of stuff that go on and everything like that, I do believe that he's fair and he pays people, I guess, according to their worth or YouTube credibility. I wouldn't dare go on and say that he's like abusing people at that show, because that's just not the case. You know what I'm saying? Like at the most, he's gonna keep up some shit and he's gonna deflect things off of him onto somebody else. But he's speaking politely to everybody. He comes in with some little slick jabs here and there. I'm glad he's just now finally starting to say something to Wack, something back to Wack, because Wack was up there bitching him out for about 8 months and he never said nothing. So I'm glad he up there finally responding back to some of them Wack cracks.
I'm taking credit for that.
Oh yeah, I'm glad.
I'm taking full credit for that. I'm taking 1,000% credit for that.
Hey,
I think I definitely brought, man, I'm not gonna lie, man. At the end of the day, I feel like me personally, I feel like I kind of made everybody in No Jumper look at black people differently. You know what I'm saying? Like, not even in the sense like, oh, he's the smartest or he's the best, but like they're like, oh, we can kind of have like more like deeper conversations with these dudes.
Yeah,
Because
like,
me, I don't look at a person and say, oh, I can have that conversation with this person. Should I bring up politics in a room with a bunch of gang members? And the crazy thing is these dudes are so talented and smart, they're able to engage in those conversations. And I swear, like the first couple times, if you could have saw the look on like Adam and Lush's face, like, well, these dudes know about this. These dudes are interested in this. They look at black people like black people don't care about this stuff.
Yeah, and that was the point I was making about the deflection, because like you could easily, a lot of things that go down up there could easily be prevented, but they don't for some reason. So they bullshit tends to happen. But nevertheless, I definitely think you brought a bar to set, you know what I'm saying, to the next level of conversation and dialogue, because at the end of the day, if I get up there and just talk about all the street shit that I done did or whatever the case may be, all that's going to do is, you know, lead somebody to a trick play, in a trick bag, because they might not know how to handle a situation the way I did. They might know how to avoid a situation the way I did. So when you put people up there who are, you know, who've been through things in life and all that kind of stuff, it narrows the conversation down. You know, it narrows that down, unless you want to catch a charge or, you know, get on the news. You know what I mean?
Somebody said No Jumper should make Flex Tariq Nasheed an employee. My question would be, why doesn't Tariq Nasheed have a bigger studio with production coming out of it than Adam? Tariq's been at it longer. I mean, he says he has money. He definitely got a loyal fan base. Bro collected $2 million. Allegedly collected $3 million off of the internet fundraiser, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Adam cannot do that.
I'll tell you something. I didn't really pay attention to Adam22 till I seen Dame Dash. And from that Dame Dash and all that controversy that came with that, I've seen him take off and take it to another level. So salute to him. And I seen him do it, you know, with people that look like me. Now, I will say this. Why is it that he can do that, but you can't?
Wait, why? Who can't do what? Say that again.
Like people like Tariq Nasheed, all the speakers who got, all the black speakers who got these big platforms. How come they don't bring in the traction that the Valads and the Adam22 bring?
Because all they care about is lying, triggering black people emotionally, and getting black people money through the internet. Like I've been to war with these dudes, bro. These dudes, all they're interested in doing is race baiting black people, begging for money on the internet. Tariq doesn't beg directly. He'll lie to you and be like, oh, I'm doing this project and I need funding, right? They're just con artists, but they all have a different, you know, they have different con techniques, right? And they're hustlers. Adam is like, dude, I'm trying to like build a business. See what I'm saying? Tariq is like, he's not a businessman. He's someone who's just an internet personality. It's like Big Boy in the morning. Big Boy in the morning is an employee of Power 106. Power 106. Why has Big Boy never said, let me just do my own shit on Sirius XM? He's more comfortable being an employee with a reliable paycheck, standing under the umbrella of Power 106. No disrespect to Big Boy. Tom Joyner did that for decades. People were actually shocked when Tom Joyner quit and retired. And they was like, oh, why you retired? He was like, oh, yeah, they just didn't want to pay me enough. People were shocked to find out he was an employee.
That didn't make sense, man. And I grew up on Tom. I grew up on Tom.
Yeah, he's been around for so long, but never took the step into like entrepreneurship. So, but those dudes just do that because they just know it's all about overhead, you know. And when you're a con artist, if you meet most con artists and grifters, bro, when's the last time you seen a con artist buy a house or buy a piece of property? Like they usually, you know, they're kind of moving from pillar to post because they don't know if the next con is going to pay off, right? like prostitutes and shit. They're staying in motels and stuff because the money is not consistent. It's not reliable. Now, I do like Tariq Nasheed. You know, there's a lot of, you know, speculation as to how he ended up buying a house, but I know it has a lot to do with his mother-in-law. You know what I'm saying? I know it has a lot to do with that. But yeah, man, I think Adam is looking at it like white guys tend to look at shit. And these black people, they're kind of looking at it like black people tend to look at shit. We're renting, not buying. We're visiting, not staying. Type shit.
Do you think it's a? Cause I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody got their favorites. That's just life, how life is. But do you see any kind of disparaging or unequal treatment when you arrive at the studio?
No, not really. Everybody's cool. Like Adam is just chilling. He's just chilling, bro. He's literally just like comes out of his office to say what's up to everybody, you know, and then he'll go do his thing, whatever he has to do. His door is always open in his office. If you just walk into his office, hey Adam, he's not like ignoring you. He's like, hey, what's up? He's just a normal guy, like working with the typical cool white boss.
Yeah, I get that vibe because, like I said, man, you know, I've never seen him, you know, out of bounds. I mean, I've seen some little wild jokes or something like that, but I've never seen him really like, you know, just like targeting somebody on some, you know, even when those neo-Nazis and all them people up there, and I really personally think that's truly his inner, like, I ain't gonna say inner circle, but I think that's his more of more taste to, or that he's already mastered. So he's on to a new rebellious cause. You know what I'm saying? That's what we see on the show.
Man, listen, I don't know, but maybe it's work. I honestly haven't looked at No Jumper in days, though. I don't even look at it. Like, I haven't looked at the views or anything. I'm just like, I'm at the point where I show up, give my best effort, and then I go home. Let me get these super chats, though, which is just one. Shout out to Sticks and Stones LA. Thank you so much for the $4.99. Salute, bro. I appreciate that, my brother. We actually got to have some coffee earlier today. It was a great experience. Let me we got some cash apps, I believe. Let me see. Thank you. And guys, feel free to contribute to the stream if you got something to say. If you don't want to come up, you know. Shout out to my boy Hakeem, my bro. Thank you for the $10 holler in the comments. I appreciate that. Shout out to Leonard for the $5 holler in the Cash App. And shout out to JP from the LB for the $5 holler in the Cash App. We're looking good, man. We're doing good. Thank you guys for contributing. Beyond that, Cinderoni, any last thoughts about this situation and anything you want to tell us going forward? Advertise your channel, whatever you like to do.
Okay. Once again, man, great show. Good commentary, good speech. This situation is definitely, you know, it's tragic because of what it appears, but you know, sometimes people get fed up, and I don't know the ins and outs and outs and ins. I've heard the situation, and I, you know, of course, I wish it never happened, but at the same time, though, people do too much and ego trip when they have a position of power, and I hope that justice is served with this, and you know, and everybody the best. Shout out to the chat. Salute to my new channel is Cinderoni Television. You can hit that on all major platforms, YouTube, X, whatever, you know what I mean? You can find it, Cinderoni Television, Cinderoni 16, GJC31s. It's all me. Have a great night, everybody, man. And you guys stay tuned. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button. Man, salute, Brandon, man. Have a great night.
I appreciate that, my brother. You have a great night. All of you, have a wonderful night, man. I just want to let you all know I really come up here to share my thoughts. The things I talk about, you know, they're genuine. They're things that cross my mind. I mean, I don't go every day, but I don't have a epiphany or a deep thought every single day. Somebody asked me what I think about Trump and the Epstein files. I honestly think that Donald Trump is doing the right thing with the Epstein files. I'm not going to lie. I think that Donald Trump has delivered on everything he said he's going to do for the country. Eggs are down about $2.99. Last time I checked, which was today. It seems like America is normalizing. And, you know, as I sat and thought about the Epstein files, and me and Sticks and Stones was talking about this today, it's kind of like, okay, you released the names. Okay, the names being on the list do not prove that the people did something wrong. So now you release the names on the list. Now you have to prosecute these people, right? And then you got to find their alleged victims. And then it just gets dragged out, bogged down. They're going to lawyer up. You're going to try to prosecute them. Mind you, this will be the federal government prosecuting them. This is going to cost taxpayer dollars. You spending all these taxpayer, you're spending the taxpayer dollars basically engaging in a witch hunt. That's what it would turn into. And then there's no chance that, there's a chance that people might start taking up vigilante justice, going out trying to take the law into their own hands. I think releasing of the Epstein files would create a cluster, basically a cluster F. And there's potentially dangerous and deadly ramifications. Now, do I think that pedophiles and all that should be held accountable? Of course. Of course. But how do you hold these people accountable? Do you hold these people accountable by opening the Epstein files, which there's a lot of claims saying that was just a planned list by Obama. Who knows? I don't know. I never really put a lot of I really never gave a bunch of attention to the Epstein files. My biggest question is, why didn't Obama release them? Why weren't they released even prior to that? It's just a lot going on around that. And I just say with Trump, stay focused on making things change. Stay focused on getting America back on its feet. All these people, we got to know who's the pedophile, bro. It's a whole list of pedophiles on the internet. What y'all doing about them? Nothing. Nothing at all. But I want to show this. If you look at what I would say is, even instead of releasing the Epstein list, why don't we put things in place that prevent stuff like what happened on Epstein Island from happening? And in my opinion, that's what Donald Trump is doing. He's not worried about, let's release the list so everybody can have content for their YouTube channel. Instead, he does stuff like this. Donald Trump is president. Donald Trump as president signed the Allow States and Victims to Fight Online Sex Trafficking Act. According to the House Judiciary Committee Republicans, it is important to note that the broader legislation is often referred to as FOSTA SESTA, a package of bills, not just one law, several laws that also include the Stop Enabling Sex Traffickers Act. According to the National Archives and the New York Times, these laws aim to combat online sex trafficking by holding websites accountable for user-posted content that facilitates illegal activity. There's another act that Donald Trump signed where it makes it illegal to traffic human beings or children on American roads and highways. That carries a huge criminal penalty, right? Donald Trump signed several bills into law that combat trafficking. You can see it here. The Trump administration is committed to combating human trafficking and protecting the innocent. He did that back in 2020. And he goes down a list of things that he signed to combat human trafficking. But you would know that because while he was doing it, right, they were trying to fearmonger you with C-19. The Department of Health, you know, and you can go look this stuff up. So would you rather know what's on the Epstein list, or would you rather do things to stop things like what happened on Epstein Island from happening? That's what I like about Trump. He gets stuff done. He not just sitting up having endless conversations about nonsense. But yeah, I don't know who's on the Epstein list. I really don't care who's on the list. I care about stopping it from happening. And that's what I feel Trump has proven. He's proven to be about that. He's proven to be, against trafficking. And look, 5 years ago he was doing that. And then here, if you can see this, he did several executive orders to combat trafficking. Trump signed 2 executive orders against human trafficking. So when people are like, Trump's this, Trump's that, man, Trump is doing more work than you doing. You got people who won't even snitch on their creepy uncle. And I have an uncle who's a pedophile. And every time the police get him, he gets off for some reason. But guess what? When I see his social media and he's local, I definitely let everybody know. Hey, bros around here, look out, be careful. He don't even talk to me. But for some reason, bro keeps getting out. But hey, guess what? It is what it is. And that's my own blood. But I'm not going to condone the shit he be doing. But yeah, you can go look it up, guys. Trump signs law to pump $430 million into anti-human trafficking. Trump signs bill amid momentum to crack down on trafficking. So you can say whatever you want about Trump, but his record is clear on trafficking. And no president in history has done more to combat human trafficking than Donald Trump. So you could say, oh, he's not releasing the list. Yeah, but he's fighting trafficking every day. And when the guy who was investigating the Epstein Island stuff came to Trump and was like, yeah, we're investigating this, etc. Trump was like, anything you need. You want to come sit down with me, whatever. I just don't think Trump is a pedophile. Now, when I see Biden, the way he was acting with those little kids, very questionable. Also, it's just a lot. There's a lot of social responsibility. There's a lot you have to consider when releasing things to the public because you don't know how the public might react. But what girl is hurt? Oh, yeah, I saw that. No shame. Yeah, I'm going to do a reaction to that. Ain't no brothers on the list. Right. He's not a politician. He's a businessman. Yeah, he's getting shit done. And I'm cool with it. But as long as I see Trump has made a lot of effort to combat trafficking, now we have a standard. We have a precedent that has been set. Let's see what the next president does to combat trafficking. Meanwhile, it's a bunch of women being trafficked on Figueroa right now. Ain't nobody going over there to shut that down. And that's right in California. That's what I'm saying. The liberals, the Democrats who are like, oh, we're defenders of women. Well, California is the most liberal state ever, and we got some of the most cracking hostros in the world. I'm talking about chicks out there butt-ass naked. Chicks out there in bikinis, G-strings. But we somehow are supposed to be against trafficking. Democrats, please, okay? They're the ones decriminalizing it. But yeah, beyond that, I appreciate all y'all for being here. Thank you so much for tapping in with me. Until the next time, take care of yourselves. But most importantly, please take care of each other. Peace.